let us over trap beats. The Fixx is saying, ooh. DJ Focus, tell him turn you up. Ooh. DJ Focus, tell him turn you up. Ooh.
Welcome back, DJ Focus, Dice Gamble. You tap back into the Fixx, your source of faith-infused hip-hop, R&B, and poetry. It's time for our spiritual detox. And yeah, Dice, they keep saying CHH is dead, and I promise you,
saying that.
you got the naysayers and some of the religious and churchy folk and some of the mainstream people that say we corny over here, but I promise you, every chance we get a chance to highlight up and coming artist who is making it cool to be a believer. Let's be very clear, especially when we talk about West Coast. And shouts out, I remember the first song I heard from this young man. Yeah, he gave me a little Nipsey vibes. I ain't gonna lie, he gave me the little Nipsey vibes. And listen, that's a good place because Nipsey is high on my list of hip hop artists who have been influential to the game, but also sonically has that sound. So listen, without further ado, help us welcome in the super talented Tommy Zuko. What's up, brother?
Yeah, bless, y'all. It's a pleasure to be here with y'all. It's an honor and a privilege, man.
Come on, brother. Thank you for stopping by now.
Absolutely. Thank y'all for having me.
Well, they say, what's that old saying, Dice? Cream rise to the crop. I mean, to the top.
Cream rise to the top.
Cream rise to the top. And when you make dope music, you on every DJ, radar when you're making dope music. So we excited to have a conversation with you because, yes, we got to give you roses. We're going to give you roses now. You are making good quality music, brother.
Wow.
It can play anywhere. It can play with us. It can play on mainstream. It can be sync ready. And we tell artists all the time, you have to make timeless hits because, we still represent Christ. I get it, but we should still be in these conversations with these timeless hits with everybody else too. So I'm excited to talk with you. So come on, man. Talk about a little bit about your faith journey, man. Share a little bit of the journey, what God has shown you, man, through your journey and how that impacts the music that you make currently now.
Whew. I mean, the journey, we still on that journey. You know what I mean? So for me, I knew a little bit about God, but I didn't really have a relationship. My pops, he was old school, taught me how to pray, the Lord's Prayer. He was very King James. So but just growing up, I didn't really know that I could have a personal relationship with God. I'm like, yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? And then top of 2020 in January, that was when I gave my life to Christ. It was just something that was weighing heavy on me. Like, yo, you need to get baptized. You need to get baptized. And I was like, nah, I'm not good enough. I can't. Completely backwards, my thinking. And yeah, man, I've been walking with Christ ever since January 4th, 2020. And it's been up ever since, man. So yeah.
What happened? Because you had released one single, I think, in 2019. And then 2022, you just have not stopped.
Yeah.
It's been like with the singles, but
Absolutely.
like, what was it that really kind of led you to the cross, like officially?
Whew, man, I think it was like there was just, there was a God-shaped hole in my life. I knew that I wanted to get, it was just something that, in the Bible it says, paraphrasing, of course, but if you teach your kids, they won't steer away from it. And it was just a longing for the Father.
That's good.
I feel like, and I feel like especially with losing my earthly father at when I was like 14, there's always been that emptiness of that. And so, yeah, when I was at church with a pretty girl who's now my wife.
Come on now.
And yeah, she invited your boy to church, and holy girls up.
Was it Resurrection Sunday? I just out of curiosity. Was it?
Stop it.
Was it Resurrection Sunday? I'm just asking.
Don't even go there. Don't even go there. Don't answer him, Tommy. He's being funny right now. Okay.
Hey, but look, it was towards the end of the year. I know that's for sure.
Okay.
So
all right.
yeah. But I was in there, man, and I heard a voice as clear as my own go, "It's time." And I was like, okay, yeah, it's time. I don't know if this is me thinking this. I don't know if it's you know what I mean? It was hard for me to decipher. I ain't really had, my discerners weren't popping yet. So so yeah, that was when I just felt really convicted to go all the way in, not just ankle deep,
Was it hard for you? Shouts out to you, man. Definitely from meeting the wife in church
Yeah.
When you got married, was it hard for you to be the leader and understand your role as being the priest, the prophet of the household? Was that like hard for you to adjust to and take on that burden with them big shoulders and be like, all right, I got it?
It was hard for me to understand what it meant. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And luckily, not even luckily, blissfully, I have great men of God in my life that I can look to as examples. My pastor I can seek counsel from. And it's very cool to just like to see how they rock and then just try to use that as an example. But yeah, I didn't even know what it meant at first. And we had a small group here and my pastor came and then after everyone left, he was like, "You become the priest of your home." And I was like, I felt it in my shata. So I was like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? We lit. So yeah, man, I think it's just upholding, those godly principles and it's that pouring into, but then also being willing to receive and build and really build. So that's what that's what it is.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What would you have told yourself 10 years ago versus now?
Ooh, I'd have been like, listen, man, tap in with Jesus ASAP. Because you tripping. Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah. If it's never what is it like people, I heard my pastor say something like, there's sometimes people like, oh, I wish I could have smoked one more cigarette. I wish I could have had one more drink. But nobody's ever like, man, wish I would have waited to find Jesus. And so I'm like, tap in, brother, because the kingdom is available now.
I love
You know
that.
what I mean? So yeah, I always
That's
say I'm like, if you would have told me about 10 years ago that you would have been not only following Jesus, but rapping for Jesus, I'd have been like, shut up.
Shut up.
Oh man, that's good.
Yeah, man.
Tommy, do you think there is? How do you think we do? We're gonna talk a little church culture for a second, and then before we get into this dope music you do. How good do you think we're doing as believers representing the faith? We talk about it all the time on the show about hypocrisy in the church, and we have a lot of people that go to church every Sunday and every Tuesday or Wednesday during the week to get that Bible study, but then they go back and live their separate lives that do not line up sometimes with the principles that we teach, the principles that we pose to stand home on. How do you think the culture of the church is doing in that area when you talk about hypocrisy in the church currently, at least from your humble opinion?
Woo, man. Woo. Man, that listen, God sees everything. So you can pump fake all you want, but God know the truth. You feel me? And just like with the hypocrisy, it's like, people always want to have their actions judged by their heart, but they don't like to do it for everybody else. And so it's a big grace thing. We got to extend grace to those people, and we got to be more welcoming to people. There's a lot of people that are saying, I don't have a spirit of fear, but y'all afraid to go outside. Y'all afraid to be around these people that, aren't churchy. And it's like, what I'm saying? Who ain't come from the world? You feel me? Like, so yeah, I think people need to extend some grace, and they need to stop being so scared. And they'll be all right.
Yeah, they definitely be all right.
Just fine.
They'll be just fine.
Great. My goodness. Okay. Well, listen, I know we got to get into this music, but focus. We got to pay some bills first before we get all the tea on the
on all this music. You know what though? Yeah, before we pay these bills, I do want to ask you, we talk about mental health all the time on the show. What's that one thing that keeps your mental health or your mental well-being in balance? You of course, you're an artist. You probably preach a little bit too as well. Are you a minister or something at your church?
I'm in leadership at my church for sure. I've spoken a couple times.
Okay, so leadership at the church, definitely, married, got the family, you're definitely up and coming artist, and probably everything else you do. What keeps your mental well-being balanced to where, do you do any therapy, spiritual counseling from the elders, the pastors? Is that even not a thing? We just want to, share anything you would have on mental health.
Yeah, so I'm not necessarily in therapy, but I've definitely dealt with like some mental health stuff, especially coming up. But definitely having good people around to be able to not vent, but to be able to talk to and just and get those outside perspectives. And of course, prayer life is essential. Just to be tapped in with the Father, and it's more so of listening rather than talking sometimes. But yeah, I would say having them good people around to keep, get that second opinion when you tripping and being like, you know what, let me mellow out. So yeah, I would say the fam and the Lord.
The Lord.
The fam and the Lord
The fam and the Lord.
hold me
In a
accountable
real way.
to everything. They hold me accountable. Shouts out to the fam and the Lord.
Right?
100%.
Okay.
Listen, DJ Focus, Dice Gamble, you tap into the Fixx. Don't touch that dial. We coming right back with more from Tommy Zuko. You're tuned into the Fixx.
And the Fixx is in.
Holy Culture Radio. We're not just background noise. We play the music that inspires you because every song has a story. Christian hip hop and R&B music and talk on Siriusxm channel 154, 24 hours a day. Holy Culture Radio is changing the game. Discussions about faith, arts, vocation, and education. We talk about the real issues that affect our communities and work together to find solutions. Join the discussion at holyculture.net and be heard.
And we back. DJ Focus, Dice Gamble. Tap back into the Fixx. We still got Tommy Zuko on kicking it with us. So come on, Tommy, let's talk about it. West Coast life. Let's talk about this whole vibe, man, that y'all got over there. First, you know what? First, talk about your musical inspirations growing up, man. And how did they shape you into the artist that you are currently?
Yeah, so a lot of people think I'm from Cali.
Okay.
I'm from Kentucky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
Louisville. Okay.
Hey, and that's so funny you say Louisville because we say Louisville.
It's Louisville. Yeah. You don't know. It's okay.
It's all good. I'm gonna learn you.
Hey, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, man. I'm sorry. I'm around the corner from you, man. I'm around the corner from you.
Yeah. So yeah, shout out to Covington, Kentucky. But definitely my pops was old school, as I said earlier. So he was putting me on to like, Temptations, all that Motown era. And then like Zapp and Roger was a huge influence for me.
Cincinnati, Ohio, just saying.
Yeah, did what I'm saying, just that bounce. And then my mom, she was putting me on to like all things 80s and like, I was slapping New Edition and early R&B and stuff like that. So it's an array of different things because then I eventually found my own stuff that I like. So as a kid, I shouldn't have been listening to a lot of stuff, but as a kid, I'm listening to Snoop Dogg and Too Short and all this West Coast music that has elements from what my dad was playing and stuff. So it's definitely, that golden era hip hop, with that first golden era, we'll say that. And a lot of old school stuff. I still slap all that to this day.
That's what's up.
Show.
Listen, I know you do what you do. Who are some of the people you've been able to work with so far where you were like, yeah, I didn't see that happening. I couldn't see that happening. Yeah.
I mean, personally, the only one so far has been Miles Minnick. And it was just because it was just like by faith, I did like a challenge. And then it's like, yo, this song's tough. Let's do the video for it. And I'm like, oh, all right, bet. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was, and it, and then that built a relationship off of that too, which is crazy. But yeah, I've worked with some other up and coming CHH artists. They haven't dropped no like features. They haven't dropped no hints or nothing of releasing a feature. So I don't know if I can expose them.
That's okay. That's okay.
But yeah, definitely one I was surprised with was Miles for sure.
Yeah, he's tough though.
Man, oh, absolutely. That's family.
Super tough.
Yeah, that's family. Shouts out to Miles, man. That's our family, man.
Word.
Who's that one artist you want to work with though? That you that maybe you haven't already done a collaboration with? Who's that one artist like they high on the list? Like if they reach out, it's going down.
Oh man, for sure, John Keith. That fool is so tough. Yeah, his production, his different vibes that he pops out with, he can get real boom bappy or real melodic. I think that's super tough. And Hovey too, man. That fool's crazy. I think we could cook something definitely dope.
So walk us through your creative process, man. You know, when you go in the lab to create, you know, are you one that has to walk in and you already have your bars written out? Or are you already looking to hear the hook? Do you need to hear the beat first? Take us through your creative process for creating a track.
So yeah, right now I'm in the dojo. This is where I cook up, and I start with the beat 9 times out of 10, because I make all my beats.
Okay.
So I'm cooking up the beat, and then the words come from there. I usually have to pull the words from the beat, but I'll write stuff all the time. Like I have like a notes app that's just lines and bars and things that I would like to say. Anytime I get like ooh, that was tough, and I'll just type it real quick. So but yeah, definitely the beat first, and then I'll try to get the hook done, because it's like I want something that's impactful but digestible, like a thin marinated hook, if you will. So yeah, I like to start with the beat first, though, for sure.
That's what's up. Do you have some artists that you were like, I really want to work with this person? Like, if I get the opportunity, these are a few people that I really want to rock with.
I mean, in the CHH space, yeah, like I said, John Key for sure, Hovey. I mean, there's a gang of
What
artists
about the
out there.
mainstream? They don't have to be in CHH.
Oh, mainstream, Pharrell. I would love to do some stuff with Pharrell. I want a hook from Charlie Wilson.
Not Uncle Charlie. You said you want a hook from Charlie Wilson.
I just need a hook. I just need a hook.
My name is Charlie.
Last name, come on. Yeah. Uncle, we need that Uncle Charlie. I'll put
the bless remix. The bless remix.
Come on, man. Yeah, for sure.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about the culture, man. In your humble opinion, what do you think we are? This small little subgenre of CHH as the state of the culture. What do you think we are since you've been in it, you know, involved in it?
Yeah. So I'm still very new to CHH. One of my homeboys, shout out Zelle. He's been sending me like older CHH stuff because I'm trying to do my research, right? I'm trying to do my studies. But I feel like right now we're at like a really volatile space. We're at like a space right now where I think the creativity is about to finally get over the mainstream stuff. It's like where CHH is about to be the one setting the trends. Because from what I've heard and from what I've seen, CHH is usually lagging a little bit, or they'll be like just a little bit behind.
Yeah.
And I think now it's like we're like right there. And so not necessarily that we trying to compete or any competition, but these mainstream artists is not rapping tighter than CHH artists.
Facts.
And you feel me? So, because we could easily do what they do, but they can't necessarily do what we do. Let's just keep it a buck. But yeah, I think the space right now is at a place where, at least from what I've seen, it's just we want to build and we trying to really jam for the lamb in a real way. You know what I mean? So
is that challenging? Is that challenging anytime for you as an artist? Trying when you talk about, because you brought up a very valid point, you know, we can possibly, you know, we can kind of like be the carbon copy of them, but they can't be the carbon copy of us because you guys are doing it from a spiritual aspect. You're talking about testimonial stuff, life experiences. Does that get challenging sometimes for you when you go in the studio, though, to continue to create art that, you know, it's definitely storytelling, but also, you know, you can't use the profanity, you can't use the derogatory statements that constantly is being pushed in our palates. Is that challenging at times for you?
It was super challenging at first. I'll say that, because I was making, you know, regular rap for the longest time. And so I'd be writing and I'd be like, dang, I could say this, but I can't say that no more. Get rid of that line. And now it's like, I don't even think about it. You know what I'm saying? And I think especially too, these artists, man, if you're hearing this right now, pray before you get in that booth. Pray before you make that beat. Get saturated. You know what I'm saying? Even a little bit. So yeah, I would say now it's not as hard. At first, it was super difficult. Yeah.
Okay. Well, listen, who do you think are some of the top females in the game right now?
Shout out Kiaja.
Ooh,
that's my little
crazy.
sis. That's a little sis.
He out here going crazy.
Ooh.
She got my squabble correct,
got
my
this right,
squabbleations. Shout out my sis Portia Love. She going crazy.
Yes.
Wande going crazy.
You know it.
Nisi Shalom going
Come
crazy.
on now.
All the girls is up, man.
They
I know
are.
there's a gang of more, but from what I know, they going stupid.
Right.
Collaborations in the work? And any collaborations? You working with any of them?
Hey, not yet, but hey, I'm definitely open. Yeah.
That's
with
what's
all
up.
of them, like we could all lock in.
I feel that. That.
All right, before we get you out of here, what you working on? You got a project, EP, mixtape coming out, album? Come on, talk about it.
Yeah. So we got the new single. I just dropped a snippet of it yesterday. It's called Praise God Look Fly. So, you know what I mean? I don't know when it's dropping, but we can just speak for right now. When Easter Sunday come through, I need y'all to be praising God and looking fly. You know what I mean? Put your Sunday's best on. And yeah, man. So that's the next drop. Really excited. We got some really cool stuff. I'm touring with Miles and CJ Emulous. We going on the Christ-like USA tour.
Wow.
We passing the torch from city to city, and we lighting the torch at Glowfest. So I hope to see everybody out there.
Come on now.
Gonna be a movie.
We gonna be watching.
Yeah, we definitely gonna be watching. Maybe a project before the end of the year.
Nah, I'm not. I'll do a project once there's a demand.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm just gonna keep smacking these singles. But I've been thinking about a project. We might have to, you know.
Yeah. Pray about that.
Yeah. Come on.
I feel like me and Dice need to sit with a whole body of work now. You playing with our nerves over here. You playing with our nerves. Yeah, we old school. We like to hear a whole project. Take us on a story. We want to from intro to outro. Listen, talk your talk. We want to come into your life.
I'm gonna keep y'all in mind too when I'm making it. I'm like, look, I gotta make sure Dyson Focus is rocking with this.
Let us know, bro. We want the exclusive. We want to play it first. We definitely are here to support you, man, because you're doing some wonderful things for the kingdom. So thank you. Keep up the good work,
you so much.
Absolutely. Yeah. Last question before we get you out here. We always ask, man, if you could pick 3 artists from any genre of music, dead or alive, to make a super group, what 3 artists you picking?
Oh my gosh. See, y'all want to do this at the end. I'm like, how much time we got? Okay. So super group.
Yeah.
First of okay.
Any genre.
Oh yeah, we finna put it down. So I'm gonna do Pharrell because I know he's gonna come through with that writing and that production. Then okay, we're just gonna get anybody. Let's just come through with a haymaker. Michael Jackson. Okay. Because I don't know if y'all know, he did that Justin Timberlake album. That was supposed to be for Michael Jackson. So I already know the hits is gonna be hitting. And then who else we gonna get in there? Ooh. So you said 3?
Yeah, 3.
Oh, man, all right, let me see. I'm gonna pick the person that people be saying I look like, Bruno Mars.
Oh wow, not the Bruno. We were just talking about leaving that door open on one of them topics the other day.
You know what? You kind of do look like Bruno Mars. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, he's just a little shorter. He's just a little bit.
That's your bro. That's your tribe,
especially with the hat off. You're right. I see it now. Right. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, hey, that's gonna be a crazy collaboration though. Michael Jackson, Bruno Mars, as well as Pharrell.
Yeah.
Oh my good. I hope you got your bars up because they're gonna be challenging you, boy. The production and Michael gonna. Yeah, you in the group. It's your super group. You still the leader of the group. It's your group.
I was just picking like who I wanted to hear. There's no way I could be in that group.
No.
I'm getting outshined. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to sound good.
That's what's up. Yeah. We appreciate you coming through, kicking it with us, man. Can you tell the people how they connect with you, Tommy, how they can follow you on all your social media platforms and introduce one of your singles?
Absolutely. So check it, man. It's Tommy Zuko everywhere. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You can find your boy. I ain't hiding. And yeah, man, y'all stay tapped in. Make sure that you praising God and you looking fly. You already know on the Fixx, it's lit.
Yeah.
Keep it locked. You tune into the Fixx.
And the Fixx is in.